Home inspection company really didn't have qualified people to do these type of home inspections.
Did he say anything about this room?
Nothing. He walked in,
It's a nice room?
and walked right back out.
We happen to be the ones who sort of stepped into a mess.
You know, that kind of scares me because visually we don't see a ton. We know we have mold, just how much do we have?
A lot of concerns, especially for me.
Never, ever close in the cold room. There's a lot of things that Kris and Dave loved about this house. Charming neighborhood, school, the house has a finished basement, perfect for the two young boys. They were happy with their home inspection, so they moved in. Now there's big problems, basement's off limits. I'm coming in to do a Holmes inspection, and I'll make it right.
We both grew up in the neighborhood, which was a big reason to stay in the neighborhood. Dave works downtown, and we love the fact that there's, the schools, the library, the subway. It's just, everything is convenient.
The key point we had was the basement. We wanted to have a house with a finished basement for the kids. We went down there and it was open concept, bright. The kids just immediately took to it.
Lunch is ready.
We really didn't want to step into a home and have to renovate or put a lot of extra money into it at the time when we bought.
Based on the report, everything looked really good. It was sort of exactly what we thought. Cute, charming, above average, typical kind of flaws. So it was like, oh, perfect. We can move in and slowly renovate when we have the money. We'll do kitchens, we'll do bathrooms. It'll look great. We'll, modernize it to our taste. And then you all of a sudden realize that the house isn't actually, it's not safe. Hello, Kris. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You too?
Come on in.
So I have heard, unfortunately, a lot of bad things about the house, and I see good things, which is always good.
Over the course of the summer with all the rain and all the watering, we noticed progressively an earthier smell in the basement.
Instead of going anywhere else, let's go downstairs.
The kids' toy closet is where the bulk of the issues are. We opened up the toy closet where all their toys were in. There was mold on the walls. So I thought that was kind of strange.
Okay, who did this? It was like this before you bought it?
No, it was fully drywalled. So I decided to pull all the toys out and tear down a bit of the drywall just to see if I could see anything, and I just noticed it was mold everywhere. I found mold on the outside of the drywall.
I guess you did.
Then I found all the mold up there.
You can't change a cold room into a closet. The inspector should have caught that. It's not controlled with an internal air system like a forced air furnace. When you close the door and it's closed off, it doesn't breathe. So it's going to pull in the moisture from the concrete, from the two flower beds. This is the south side of the house. Add the secondary food group, which would be the paper on the drywall, the organics, the wood that's in here, and you're gonna have mold. I know that the home inspector cannot see mold behind the walls, but he definitely should know what could happen if you close in a cold room.
We called in an environmental company, so they took 3 to 4 air readings and called us a week later and said you really should leave the basement, tape it off, and not enter it.
So Dave, what does he do? He takes this down himself. He made a plastic tunnel from this area to the very back door. He had his mask on, his gloves, he put it in the bag, and his whole thought was not to release the spores throughout the house.
I realized that there was a major issue here, and realized that myself I couldn't quantify how much it would cost, but I knew that there's no way I would have the capacity or time to do that type of renovation.
If you're going to break something down, the dust is going to get through the air, it'll attach itself to the plastic. How did he take the plastic down? There is procedures. This is why we have professionals that do this work.
I started to worry about my health. I have lupus. The potential for someone who has lupus to breathe in lots of mold and allergens as toxic as we had in the basement, basically you're looking at lung problems, breathing problems, maybe spots on your lungs.
Did the mold spores mainly come from this room? Odds are yes. Is there more within the basement? Odds are yes. Okay, definitely wrong. We know we got to work with that. Did he say anything about this room?
Nothing. He walked in, turned the light
nice
on,
room?
and walked right back out.
Never, ever close in the cold room.
I really feel that the home inspection was not a good one, and perhaps having a real estate agent, provide that service for us. It just kept us even further out of the procedure of looking at the home.
It was basically 1 or 2 sentences per, area of the house, and no major issues were stated.
So we don't have a lot of mold, like just on visuals, right?
Right.
See, we definitely have water penetration. There is definitely mold on the drywall there. So we know we have mold in the bottom. More than likely, it's just on the bottom. We don't know how bad until you actually take walls down. I'm not gonna punch holes in things right now. We're gonna have to talk to the environmental guy. So we'll leave it at this point until we speak to him. Let's go upstairs. After a thorough inspection of the barbecue, I noticed there is no meat on the barbecue. It is not working. Should be thoroughly inspected.
I found mold on the outside of the drywall.
I guess you did.
Then I found all the mold up there.
I do understand we've had someone come in and test the air already.
Yes.
And we do have mold spore counts in the air.
Very high.
Very high.
Very high. There is definitely mold on the drywall there.
I would say if the home inspector found all these issues, we probably would not have bought this house. The person that came out obviously was not familiar with the type of homes in the area and didn't really know what to look for in this type and age of home. So a lot of things were overlooked.
Everyone likes the idea of having that flower bed in front of the house, but what do you do when you have a flower bed with a window well, a cinder block foundation that's cracked and not 100% sealed? You water it, right?
That's right.
Where does that water go?
Down in the ground, into the foundation.
Okay, so I don't like this. Was there anything in the report about this? I didn't read anything in the report about this. Based on the age of the home, we know for a fact that it is not sealed, so it is not waterproofed, right? If I could lift this flower bed up, you'd see where the moisture's seeping in through the cement block, causing mold to form in the basement. Did you talk to the inspector?
I didn't at all.
I
you
did
talk?
briefly, but he wanted me to kind of wait till the end of the inspection.
So he wanted to do his inspection and then talk to you?
Right.
Okay, did he tell you about trees?
No.
Okay, your root system will actually spread twice the width of the canopy. So you look at the size of this canopy, which says it will spread twice that width, which means you have possible root penetration from the front of the house. Okay, so the ivy, it's not a bad thing. It's not a great thing.
He mentioned the vines on the west side of the house need to be taken off.
Okay, good. That's a good sign. And I don't want to beat the guy up, but we're going to talk about what we see and what was good and what isn't good, right? What do we have here? What'd you do here?
I did a temporary solution.
Okay, tell me about that.
In the home inspection report, he recommended that we regrade the back side of the house. Some of the stepping stones were facing the house.
Okay, so it was running into the house.
Yes.
Okay.
So I just lifted them up, regraded a bit, and
Did he tell you to do that?
he said regrading is something you could do.
Okay, here's the issue. So this is a step down, and there's no other area. There's a step down over there. Water goes only one direction, into the house. So anything that comes down from the north side here whatsoever runs directly against this wall. Nothing is being picked up by any drain system and dispersed around the house. What you really needed to do was dig this area up, at least this area, right? And start dispersing that water from the north side because we have higher ground coming into a lower ground system here. Do we have a bathroom upstairs?
Yes.
Okay, I should take a look while I'm in here to take a look upstairs. Old bathroom, old floor. Where's the shoe?
No, the toilet's me.
Okay, visually, like your old door. Even got the number on it, eh? 153, is this like Bathroom Avenue?
Yeah, we don't know where that came from.
I kind of like that. Exhaust fan, we know it works. Have we tested that by chance?
It doesn't work.
Doesn't work
Does not work
at all.
at all.
Did he look at it?
He didn't look at it.
I didn't see that in the report.
No, he didn't look at it at all.
You like the numbers on the door, I'm sure. I wanted to come in and talk to you, ask you a bunch of questions. I need to get my tools, okay, and do a thorough inspection here.
Thank you.
Okay?
Yes.
I have my thermographic image camera just to see temperature of the ceiling. So the walls do appear to be insulated. It is the old insulation method. We have a lot of cold zones around the windows, the sill here. It's not that bad. The hood above the gas stove is 17 inches off the gas stove. We want a minimum of 30 inches of height. That's not how we do the electrical, my goodness. Minor, but major. What I don't like is the dryer line comes down and just hangs down like this. I've seen enough electrical, honestly, to know that I'm gonna call in Frank to have a look at it. I'm seeing a lot of open ground lines, no grounds, some correct receptacles throughout the house. It's a smorgasbord of electrical minor issues, but this one here, I'll call in Frank and have him clean up. Unfortunately, this is not a closet, it's a cold room. The inspector should have caught that. Now, Dave actually took this room apart himself, and since it's opened up, I want to take a closer look. What the hell's that? So this was probably a little window into the cold room, which was A, for fresh air. It is very small. It is just a little window. We can see this, but it's surrounded by what? Wood. What's on either side of this? Earth. What's the earth hold? Moisture. That's an issue. I'm not going to open the furnace and read all the information off the furnace until this room is checked and cleared. I'm just trying not to move the spores. Oh, I don't like to see 15% of moisture content in the drywall when it appears to be fairly dry. Definitely have mold. We've had a lot of actual moisture in this area because we can see it across, really all across the wood. That's the bottom side of it there. The actual grade of the property, it is running south, and this is exactly what I want to see. But as it continues from the north side of the house down, we're being trapped on the back side. The drainage system around any house is called the weeping tile. In a home of this age, the weeping tile system will be in a series of short pieces of clay pipe that collects water at the base of the foundation. As water flows through the weeping tile, it connects to the main drain system and flows right out away from the house. Definitely needs to be addressed. Thanks for coming in, Steve, and actually quite quick, if I may say.
You're welcome, Mike.
Let me give you a little brief thing of what's happening here. They called someone in, and supposedly they got a level 3 on the mold in the house.
Okay.
The count was rather high, so I think we have the report. We'll let you look at it. But I want you to come in and give a report before we go any further in here and tell me what you think. Through my inspections, I see mold behind the baseboard, underneath the carpet. I'm more worried of the north wall due to the way the foundation and the grading on the outside is. There's no drainage there. This is like a bathtub out there.
We'll take some air samples down here to sort of confirm the findings from the other people who were in. And we'll probably cut a couple of holes just to see, what's going on inside the wall cavity. So we're taking total airborne spore samples, which essentially it's a plastic cassette with essentially a microscope slide inside with some sticky residue on it. The pump draws air through the filter and then impacts any of the dust onto the sticky microscope slide. And then that goes back to the lab. They pull the slide out and they count the number of spores and differentiate the different types of spores that are there. The thing that we're looking for is if the concentration in the basement of this house, say, is much higher than it is outside, then that's obviously not coming in from outside. It's obviously being generated from inside the house.
So rather than using a mirror, I have a light intensity that I can use. Look, we can see the mold right on the wall there. See that?
Yeah.
And we can even zoom in on it.
Yeah, we can see that.
So we do have enough mold across the bottom of this to warrant a removal.
Yeah, there's absolutely enough there to warrant removal.
Mold can be a very serious problem. That's why we leave it to the pros.
We're going to seal the entire basement off, make it a level 3 enclosure.
Okay.
We're going to set up a 2-chamber decom at the top of the stairs for our guys to change in, as well as we're going to put negative air machines in here so we create negative air pressure. That way all the air for the rest of the house has been drawn into our work area.
So we don't allow it to spread throughout the rest of the house.
That's correct, yeah.
Here we go again.
Yeah.
I've talked to the homeowners. They've given me the clearance to go ahead and do as I see fit to make the house safe. Look at this. A pocket door that covers the freaking cold room.
For a cold room.
And insulate the cold room.
Yeah.
Don't put any heat in it. Obviously, it was full of mold. 'Cause I didn't move anything in here, so I haven't even really opened up the furnace yet.
Yeah.
Supposedly all this stuff has spores, mold spores all over it. The reason we're gonna bring in the plumbers in the laundry room, we do have lead issues underneath the sink. The sink is cracked. We have a hole in the pipe that is from the vent to the drain. That's not good. Methane gas
gassing.
is coming back. Your job, literally, is to oversee Brian and everything he's doing, you know, and then calculate when to bring in the foundation guys to give a
Okay.
report from that. I have a feeling we're going to be digging.
Yeah.
I'm hoping not, but I'm pretty good at my instincts, and I have a feeling we're going to
Yes,
be digging.
sir. Give me the ball, I'll run with it.
That's what I want to hear.
All right, man.
Thanks, man.
There's signs there that there's problems behind those walls. Look at that. So you think that's adding to the water problems down there?
Based on the report, everything looked really good. It was sort of exactly what we thought. Cute, charming.
You see it all over the bottom of the drywall. So we do have enough mold across the bottom of this to warrant a removal. To properly remove the mold and keep it safe, everyone working on the job site needs to suit up from head to toe, wear masks, and enter through a decontamination chamber.
I got the secret weapon. It's like I got the finger on the button. I got the big red button right here. If I need any answers, boom, there's Mike. So they've recommended I put this on. I'm gonna trust them on that. You sure they make a size for my foot?
We're gonna come inside, we're gonna clean all the items. Have a vacuum all the items, wet them down with some chromium.
So we don't have to throw it out.
We find some item that maybe is in bad shape, we might throw it out, we'll make note of it.
Okay.
But most of it here can be clean and safe.
So when they started actually taking stuff down, the remediation people, they actually did see mold exactly where Mike pinpointed. I mean, that is where it was all coming in. The water was coming in through the foundation, like we suspected. It was seeping up the drywall, so there was a lot of mold in those corners. And once it hit the plate of the wood, it actually traveled down both sides. Well, it definitely looks like the block is shifted, and I do see some cracks in the block. It's a 60-year-old house, and it gives it a perfect entry for water there. And you're gonna see some separation when things shift, sink, and settle. I mean, everything has gotta go. We've taken the drywall right down to the cement blocks, and we're spraying to keep the spores down. And of course, the moldy carpet has all gotta go. Well, I have the mold remediation guys in here. They're doing their job. They're well underway. So now I have to get the foundation repair guys in, take a good look on the outside.
Hi, Damon. Nice to see you.
Yeah, you too, man. Thanks for coming by. Right off the bat, we're standing on part of the problem right here. This is a cold room.
Okay.
They have a vapor barrier up, and you can see there's water coming in already.
We'll take these flower boxes down and we'll
Yeah.
inspect that part of the foundation that's going to be above the grade level here.
Yeah.
We just want to see if there's any voids on the outside. A lot of times with the block foundation, what happens is it doesn't necessarily leak into the house and cause puddles to cause mold and to cause that musty odor.
Right.
Quite often, if there's a void on the exterior of the foundation, either a cracked block or some worn away mortar,
Yeah.
water will start getting into the block. It'll travel from block to block, almost like the champagne glass effect.
Right.
It'll create that odor and it'll make the blocks damp on the inside.
I also noticed this. Look at that. So you think that's adding to the water problems down there?
Oh yeah, you can see right through that block. I mean, that's a great source of entry from that point there. If the water gets in there, because the blocks are hollow, it can travel around the outside of this whole cold room from that one cavity alone.
Right.
And we haven't even excavated anything yet.
What do you find, man?
Well, for starters, there's a half a masonry job right here. And by the looks of it, there must have been a pretty big tree in this planter box.
Oh, wow.
Previous, because it was all, you know, you can see it was cut right here. And, you know, it's hard to tell. We won't know until we get down a little further. These could be digging right through the block at
I'd
some point.
say. Oh, and look at this window.
Yeah, this is an example of how not to install a window well.
Would you call that a window well?
Well, I'd call it a couple of pieces of flagstone around a window opening.
Unbelievable. You want any help moving this stuff?
From who, you?
Sure, I can give you a hand.
Let's go, let's get it out.
All right, man. We are going to have to excavate to have a good look at the foundation and see if there is an existing weeping tile system.
If there is a weeping tile system present, what we can do is put a camera in there to see if it's clear from this point to the front.
Right.
If the system itself is not clear from here, then a whole new weeping tile system has to be put in, because you can't just do one section of new weeping tile connected to old weeping tile.
Okay.
All it takes is one crushed pipe, and that totally negates all of the excavation and all of the repair, because the water's still not going to drain. You know, it might very well be on this side of the house. You know, you've got a really big tree right here.
Yeah.
Trees just love weeping tile systems. It's a steady source of water. So it's likely that roots from that tree made it down into that weeping tile system.
Now that the mold remediation people have moved everything out, I've been able to take a look at the walls. We know, clear as day, there's holes in this foundation. It's leaking. It's leaking in the northwest corner, exactly where the mold was. I mean, just follow the mold. It'll tell you exactly where the foundation's leaking. Cold room's leaking, like a sieve. I gotta fix that. So northwest corner and the cold room, two major things.
I didn't think that, you know, something in one little closet could result in the entire basement being taken down is unbelievable.
The water was coming in through the foundation, like we suspected. It was seeping up the drywall, so there was a lot of mold in those corners. And of course, the moldy carpet has all got to go.
If the system itself is not clear from here, then a whole new weeping tile system has to be put in.
Well, Mike was absolutely right. We're going to be doing some digging. I don't think the old clay weeping tile system is actually tied in around the house or to the storm drain.
We're just getting back to where the weeping tile actually runs around the house now. So I'm hoping at any time that we'll find a connection where it runs into the storm drain.
So there was nothing here.
Up until the chimney to the corner, there was no weeping tile in place there. And then right where the bucket is right now, the weeping tile just started again there, so.
Interesting, so it would have dumped a lot of water right here.
Yeah. We'll excavate the rest of it, and hopefully we can find our connection.
Okay. Thanks, buddy. The environmental assessment guys have given us the green light to get back into the basement. I think it's time to get Mike back in here for an update.
So how'd it go with the environmental guys?
Environmental guys were great. They pulled out everything I asked them to do. They did a bang-up job. They cleaned everything on their way out. No mold left down here.
So we did not have a lot of water penetration. We're not rusted on the bottom track here.
Nothing really over on this side, bud. Just a little bit in this corner, a little bit of penetration through the block only. Nothing really down low, sort of up high, and exactly where you told me to look first is where we found most of it.
The north and west?
Yep, northwest wall.
Look at the cracks, though.
Isn't
That's
that nice?
standard, always around the window, eh?
Yeah, but you got to see this wall here. You can actually see daylight through it.
And we have cracks, so we have issues with the parge.
Well, the parging was a little bit loose, so they chipped off everything that was loose. They're keeping what's there. They reparge, and then they obviously use the spray.
Okay, yeah, I saw they're doing it now. Nice to see you again.
Hey, Kris. Good to
Hi,
see you.
Damon. How are you?
David, how are you?
Good, you?
All right, obviously we've lost the beds, the flower beds, okay? And then bringing those out shows all kinds of things. Shows that we had an opening in the cold room. So that was a culprit. But you can see all the breaks in the mortar that's within the cold room, and that was all earth up to here, right?
Yeah.
So that's a big issue, that water penetrate can get in. It would explain why you had so much mold in the actual cold room, not to mention cutting off airflow, okay? So 2 factors, we know that.
This corner here to the chimney, there was some huge boulders, and the weeping tile actually stopped here. So it would have been draining right in this corner, which, you know, there was obviously moisture in this corner as well.
From this point, let's just walk in the house and I'll tell you what else we found.
Okay.
Don't be sure.
No, I am actually.
Oh, this is nothing.
Wow.
We did find mold right across this wall, approximately 8 to 12 inches up across the bottom, and I'll explain why. You can see right now we have moisture on this wall, right? And the reason we have moisture on the wall is because there's no vertical weepers. It's actually pulling, just like I said, the cinder blocks acting as a sponge, pulling the moisture inside.
This whole corner was soaked. I mean, this was all seeping in here. This wall was wet, and the mold actually traveled right down to this wall, right over here.
Oh my gosh.
So when they actually pulled that drywall off, there was also mold there.
Jeez.
Obviously moisture in that cold room as well.
We're gonna make sure from the outside, one, we're turning this back to a cold room, okay? We're gonna make sure it's waterproof from the outside. We're gonna do a special coating of something on the outside. There's gonna be no drywall in this room. There's gonna be no studs in this room. Could have been worse. Was there mold under the carpet, Damon?
The carpet itself was full of mold, definitely. I mean, it was soaked over and over and over. So everywhere the moisture came in, the carpet was just like a wick. So that carpet was absolutely filled with mold. It was a good thing we got that out.
Well, we are going to.
Go with a hypoallergenic carpet for you.
Thank you.
Okay, so and there's other things we're gonna do, and I'll tell you that later. I wanna tell you everything. I'm trying to tell you what we're finding, all right? It's not that I'm gonna surprise you, but I'm gonna surprise you anyways, right? We're gonna make sure that we put everything back to normal.
It makes me really upset to know that we bought a house, you know, and we thought it was really great and really cute and charming. And, a year and a half, 2 years later, we're sort of stuck with all of these problems.
We're gonna make sure your drains are fine in the house. We're gonna scope any weeping, because they have not dug this side of the house yet. We know there's no tie-in, but they're gonna confirm it, right?
It's shocking, actually, to see your house dug up in the fashion that it was.
When we leave this house, the air in this house is clean, your house is clean, and we don't have to worry about mold or mold spores happening within your home. Okay, so that's then. This is now. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna make a mess, and we'll make it right.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
We're going like mad, but I almost don't have an access into the house, so it's like everyone's on top of each other here. This wall was wet, and the mold actually traveled right down to this wall, right over here. So when they actually pulled that drywall off, there was also mold there.
There was no weeping tile in place there. And then right where the bucket is right now, the weeping tile just started again there.
Hey, bud, so what'd you find? Anything yet?
Well, so far we haven't found any connection with the weeping tile system to the storm drain.
Yeah.
We've excavated 3 sides. The only place we haven't done is the back.
Yep.
I think we should get a camera scope and see if there's any connection for that, if we can find it from the inside.
Martin's actually doing a scope on the floor drain for me right now. See, this is what I'm looking for. That's another.
What is that?
It's a connection of 2 clay pipes,
Yeah.
and what I have here is a slight shift that's been forming.
I see.
This is probably caused by either a tree root activity or
Yeah.
some ground settlement that allows the pipe to move.
You know what I'm happy to see right off the bat? That this actually goes somewhere. We scoped it right out to the street, and it's fine. It's shifted a little bit, but it's fine. Did you find a tee off yet?
I'm looking for it right now, and I believe I found it.
You did.
Hang on a second. Yes, I did. It's right here.
That is good news, buddy. And you
So that will take us inside.
Yeah?
This will go right into the floor drain. So we do have a perfect escape route
man.
for the water, yeah.
That is good news.
Now that we know we can connect to the main drain, we're going to install a new weeping tile system to collect the water and send it straight down the drain and away from the house.
I can see the inside. It's all hollow. I can almost see inside the house.
To waterproof the front steps, we're going to resurface them with a durable jewel stone. We built this shelter to keep it warm enough to set properly. I get Vince to come in and do a job for me. He wants to just jewel stone this, you know, waterproof it. Water is penetrating right through this. I mean, it's a 2-inch gap here. Quick fix by a homeowner trying to fill gaps. Obviously, this is very old. It was probably coming out at one point. He chiseled it out, used the wrong product or so. We're back to scratch of reforming and fixing what was supposed to be done in the first place.
This is really awkward to carry. I can't really throw it over my shoulder quite like that.
Hey Joe, how you doing, bud?
Okay, yourself?
Good. You already been down here. You already been dealing with these junctions.
Yep.
And what did you find, man?
We're able to get rid of one or two.
Yeah.
This one here that I'm working on now, I'll be able to get rid of it. This is knob and tube.
Yep.
And I'm guessing it was buried up in the ceiling, and it is live.
So instead of just pulling it, they left it up in
Yeah.
the ceiling. Brilliant.
It was simple. Disconnected from the moret.
Yeah.
Stupidity.
Right. I can't do anything with this. I'm actually gonna have to leave it. So what I come up with is an idea for a bulkhead, basically. It's gonna follow the angle of this pipe, Joey.
Okay.
It's gonna come off there, come on this angle. I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna mimic it on this side. If there's any way we could put a rope lighting back here to just sort of give it a little bit more light, a little bit of a glow in the back here. Start from here back. 6 inches off the light back, okay? Well, we're going like mad. We're trying to insulate. We have Alex coming today at about 3 o'clock, so I'm trying to get ceiling insulated so we can start. I have an insulation inspection coming tomorrow. We have guys on top of each other everywhere. I mean, I have Vince from DeSano doing the jewel stone. I have the bone foundation repair guys out back digging that out. I almost don't have an access into the house, so it's like everyone's on top of each other here. We also did the doorway over here. We had this bulkhead done, these bulkheads done. There's a lot of manipulating. This is all out of whack. So over the years, stuff is settled, gone out of level. So re-leveling everything and bringing it back to true, it's a big job. Alex, how you doing, brother?
Excellent.
Good, man. We're just gonna do the outside walls. I have a cold room. You said you wanted to do the ceiling in there. Why?
Yeah, eliminating condensation on the ceiling. Don't want to spray the walls because we want to maintain the cold room integrity.
Right. And I hear you have a new product?
Yep, we're using Wall-Tight Eco. It's a little more environmentally friendly.
Yeah.
Zero ODP. A little more recycled content in it.
Yeah.
That's what people are looking for, a little more green.
Oh, okay.
Jewel stone can get as complicated as you want. You can make it a stone look, you can make it a brick look, you can make whatever you want.
Right.
But again, since this is very small, I would just keep it very simple.
What's the process here? What's this stuff?
So you put the mixture in there first.
Yeah.
And then as I'm mixing, Vince is gonna add the jewel stone.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna mix it to our consistency because we use jewel stone plus. It's a stronger bond.
Yeah.
So it's good for patios like this. We don't have to worry about any cracking or anything like that. It comes in white, and what we did is we tinted it with a gray ourselves.
So after you guys apply it to this, I guess you go right over everything?
Yes, now we're gonna go over the lines.
Yeah.
We're gonna pull our lines up, and it's gonna be there's gonna be two different colors. The grouts are gonna be one color, and the top is gonna be another color.
Gives it an automatic grout line.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
We're using mold-resistant drywall to ensure that this basement never sees mold again. John. How you doing, bud?
Too bad, yourself?
Good. You just taking a look at it already?
Yeah, we're just gonna start inspecting the burners and check the heat exchanger out, make sure there's no cracks in it. We're gonna clean the blower, make sure that there's no mold on it. When they're done all that and you've done the construction here, we're gonna do the duct cleanings on it.
Excellent,
Clean
okay.
the mold out of that and possibly even put a UV filter in it and a HEPA filter to
Excellent.
clean out any extra mold.
Okay, thanks, John.
All right, take care.
Okay.
Was that like 5 seconds? Very nice.
They're home.
Oh my lord.
Wow.
Did he say anything about this room?
Nothing. Walked in.
It's a nice room.
I can say there's no way we would have purchased the home knowing that, you know, it could have been $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 later.
Look, we can see the mold right on the wall there. See that?
Yeah.
Personally, I think the report is just not good enough. Water goes only one direction, into the house. I have a feeling we're going to be digging. I'm hoping not, but we're going to keep going. We're going to make a mess, and we'll make it right.
We set this up for Vince to keep it heated, but it's time to come down. I have to actually do some caulking in here. I have to do some landscaping, so it's coming down.
I'm definitely gonna miss this. There's a lot warmer working here.
Two girls. Be careful, bring it right to the back there and start taking it apart, okay?
We've got a ton left to do here, but what we're gonna have to do is give it one big push to get Kris and Dave and the kids back into their home. One final clean of the duct system will ensure we don't leave any dust or debris from this project.
You know, in a basement, I'd like using a super stick primer or a smart primer, just because it's a little more adhesive than a drywall primer. So it never hurts where there's going to be the potential for moisture.
Well, we've taken away the planter box, but we did manage to save all of Kris's plants. I think it's time to get the crew to do some landscaping.
Right to the corner. Ends right about here. So just start placing them in. I just want to eyeball them, guys. Rake this back, guys, and that's probably about it.
Now that's a window well. The water flows straight through the gravel, right to the new weeping tile system, and away from the walls and out through the drain.
They're home.
Yes, they are.
Damon's been working really hard coordinating all the contractors in here, and
so I look a little tired.
Yeah, you look good. Oh my gosh. Wow. That looks really good.
Looks great.
it's a brand new part.
Brilliant. It's brilliant.
It's not brand new. There was talks at the beginning of we're gonna have to pull the stairs, we're gonna have to do this. No, we're not.
What we did is we chipped away the crumbling cement, resurfaced and waterproofed the steps, and I think it really brought it back to life.
There was clay weeping tile here, but as you probably saw before when we brought you the first time, is that it stopped at each corner.
Yeah.
So we actually had to have them redo new weeping tile. Went right around and right around the whole house. So that is completely done and waterproof for you.
Now everything goes down. We have proper window wells around your windows, both here and at the side of the house. The north side of your house, where we had that bathtub that I talked about, now that it's all done, it does still look like a bathtub because you're not going to go higher grade on that due to your door. At least it's going somewhere. We're now actually controlling it 100%, and there's no more water coming in.
That's right.
So let's go inside your house.
Watertight.
And
That's
no
good.
window.
No window.
No, that's
Window in your,
closed off.
cold room.
This looks, oh, I love this. I love it. Oh my lord.
Wow.
Look at that.
Beautiful.
We'll come in here. So it's clean. It does really look the same. It's just, it's brand new again, right? It was completely taken down.
We actually brought the bulkhead right across. It just makes more sense to me design-wise as well as, you know, just for the eye. Brought in less pot lights. We thought there was way too many pot lights in here, so Frank actually recommended we bring in a little bit less. It gives you just as much light. And we give you a proper cold room door. You had a pocket door there before, that's a cold room. That wasn't gonna do anything for you. So this is a solid outside door here.
It's a cold room.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Look at that, eh? Proper light, it's right back to a cold room. So in the winter, we close off the damper. In the summer, we open it.
Okay.
This is so great.
Wow.
Do you like cold peppers or hot
We
peppers?
do. My nonna makes them all the time.
Does
And
she?
sauce, and we do the whole old Italian sauce.
Oh, there you
at,
go.
Harvest time, and
So you
it's
actually do
great.
have a room for it all.
We do. Yeah.
That's great.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You gotta have a cold room.
I know.
It is your air care system. It is a HEPA filter in here, so it will be the cleanest air you're going to have inside your house because it gets filtered 100%. These things are absolutely phenomenal.
It's nice to know it's clean air. It's been about 3 months since we've been down here playing and enjoying, and 3 months of not doing laundry, which hasn't been too bad for me, but it's nice to finally be back.
Martin actually gave you a new sink. You know, he had the old concrete one that
Yes.
Mike told you that was cracked, so they wanted that out. I let his kids actually take that apart, which is quite funny, but...
Sherry and Mike did that?
That's right, Sherry and Mike did that. It actually came apart pretty easily.
So I'm the inspector. He's the worker. He's the one that did all the work on this. Damon, he came up with an idea to create an octagon look because we still had the drain in the ceiling. It also came in on the angle, so I said to Damon, come up with an idea, and he did. And that way you incorporate it, and it sort of gives a balance with the windows, and
When all these lights are off, it still gives you a dim light
love
along
it.
the back. It just gives you a bit of an effect.
It looks great.
love
No, it's
ambiance.
really
Yeah, exactly. We put in wall tights, which is about 2 inches of foam sprayed on in between each stud. Totally seals the back wall. And it gives you a very good R value in here.
there's no moisture. We've stopped that from coming in from the outside. Secondary, there's no hot meeting cold, so we don't have to worry about condensation. Third, the drywall we used is
Mold-resistant drywall.
100%.
Yeah.
So everything we've done down here is to make sure that you are clean, safe, and it's never going to happen again. And that's the whole point. So everything about this is for you and the kids. And it's not just really for you, it should be for everyone. If we're going to do this, let's make sure we do it the right way the first time.
You know, when we saw sort of what was taken out of our home and the amount of digging and the teams of people from electrical to, you know, the foundations, the mold removal, we know how much work has gone into it, and this is exactly what we sort of wanted, was a safe, clean place to play, and this is it. This is the gold here. This basement is awesome. Thank you so much. That's
You're
so
welcome
great.
so much.
You get more hugs for us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Stephen.
Another hug? Sure.
All my friends will be jealous, that's for sure. We made a class book about the importance of doing a good job.
No way.
So it's the ABCs of Mike Holmes and his crew. Dear Mike, Damon, and crew, thank you for fixing our basement. I'm glad it is safe. I'm going to play now.
I like Mike Holmes with an M because he is magnificent. He works his magic, and his son's name is Mike Jr.
Yeah, that's me.
I was gonna say, I guess that's you.
Yeah, that's me, that's you.
That's awesome.
Just want to say good job, guys. You did it right.